There is an industry standard system for describing electrical items called the National Electrical Manufacturers Association, or NEMA, standard. NEMA publishes many standards related to the electrical industry. This includes standards for electrical equipment and materials. NEMA Standard NG-1, titled Motors and Generators, defines standard names, letter symbols, and frame dimensions for motors and generators. NEMA Standard ICS-1, titled Industrial Control and Systems, defines standard names, letter symbols, and frame dimensions for industrial control equipment, like contactors, relays, and motor starters. NEMA Standard WD6, titled Wiring Devices, defines standard names, letter symbols, and dimensions for wiring devices, such as switches, receptacles, and plugs. Beyond NEMA standards, there are also industry-specific standards for describing electrical items. For example, the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, publishes a standard for describing electrical symbols, known as ANSI/IEEE STD 315.1975. To give some examples, a 4-square box is called a 4S box. A junction box is often called a J box. A single pole switch can be referred to as an S switch. A double pole switch might be called a D switch. And a 120 volts receptacle is often referred to as a NEMA 1.15 receptacle. While NEMA standards aren't always consistently followed by every manufacturer, they offer a common language for describing electrical items. This common language can be incredibly helpful in preventing confusion and errors. Within NEMA standards, various publications define specific aspects of electrical equipment. NEMA AMG-1, as mentioned, focuses on motors and generators, providing detailed specifications for their construction, performance, and testing. It covers aspects like motor frame sizes, horsepower ratings, and efficiency standards. NEMA ICS-1 delves into industrial control and systems, addressing the standards for components like contactors, relays, and motor starters. This standard ensures that these control devices meet specific performance and safety requirements, facilitating interoperability and reliability in industrial applications. NEMA WD6 concentrates on wiring devices encompassing switches, receptacles, plugs, and other related components. It establishes standards for their dimensions, ratings, and performance characteristics, ensuring that these devices are safe and compatible with electrical systems. ANSI/IEEE STD 315.1975 plays a crucial role in standardizing electrical symbols. This standard provides a comprehensive set of symbols used in electrical diagrams and schematics, enabling engineers, technicians, and electricians to communicate effectively and accurately. Standardized symbols reduce ambiguity and ensure that everyone interprets electrical drawings in the same way. These standards are essential for several reasons. Firstly, they promote safety by setting minimum requirements for the design, construction, and performance of electrical equipment. This helps to prevent electrical hazards and ensures that equipment operates reliably. Secondly, they enhance interoperability by defining standard dimensions, ratings, and performance characteristics. This allows different manufacturers' products to be used together seamlessly, simplifying system design and maintenance. Thirdly, they facilitate communication by providing a common language for describing electrical items. This reduces the risk of misunderstandings and errors, improving efficiency and accuracy. When working with electrical equipment, it's essential to be familiar with the relevant NEMA and ANSI standards. These standards provide valuable guidance on selecting, installing, and maintaining electrical equipment, helping to ensure safety, reliability, and performance. Always refer to the latest versions of these standards for the most up-to-date information. In addition to the specific examples provided, NEMA standards cover a wide range of electrical equipment and components. For example, NEMA standards address the construction and performance of electrical enclosures, ensuring that they provide adequate protection for the equipment they house. NEMA standards also cover transformers, switchgear, and other critical components of electrical power systems. These standards define the performance characteristics, testing requirements, and safety features of these components, helping to ensure the reliability and safety of electrical power systems. Furthermore, NEMA standards play a crucial role in promoting energy efficiency. NEMA has developed standards for energy-efficient motors, lighting systems, and other electrical equipment. These standards help to reduce energy consumption and lower operating costs, contributing to a more sustainable energy future. By adhering to NEMA standards, manufacturers can demonstrate their commitment to quality, safety, and energy efficiency. This can give them a competitive advantage in the marketplace and help them to build trust with their customers. It's important to note that NEMA standards are developed through a consensus process involving manufacturers, users, and other stakeholders. This ensures that the standards reflect the needs and concerns of all interested parties. NEMA also works closely with other standards organizations such as ANSI and IEE to ensure that its standards are aligned with international best practices. This helps to promote global harmonization and reduce barriers to trade. To stay up to date on the latest NEMA standards, it's recommended to visit the NEMA website or subscribe to NEMA publications. NEMA offers a wide range of resources to help users understand and apply its standards effectively. These resources include training courses, technical guides, and software tools. By taking advantage of these resources, you can ensure that you are using NEMA standards correctly and maximizing their benefits. The use of NEMA and ANSI standards extends beyond just descriptions. It impacts design, installation, and maintenance practices. For instance, knowing the NEMA enclosure type for a particular environment is critical in selecting the right enclosure to protect electrical components from dust, water, or corrosive substances. Understanding the different NEMA motor classifications allows engineers to choose the appropriate motor for a specific application, considering factors like load characteristics and duty cycle. The standards also influence the development of testing and certification programs, ensuring that electrical equipment meets specific performance and safety requirements before being put into service. These programs often involve independent testing laboratories that verify compliance with NEMA and ANSI standards. Electrical inspectors and regulatory bodies also rely on these standards to assess the safety and compliance of electrical installations. They use the standards as a benchmark for evaluating the quality of workmanship and the suitability of electrical equipment for its intended purpose. Furthermore, NEMA and ANSI standards contribute to the development of educational materials and training programs for electricians, technicians, and engineers. These programs incorporate the principles and practices outlined in the standards, ensuring that professionals have the knowledge and skills necessary to work safely and effectively with electrical equipment. In the context of an electrical inventory system, using NEMA and ANSI standards can greatly improve the accuracy and consistency of item descriptions. This can lead to several benefits, including reduced errors in ordering and procurement, improved inventory management, and enhanced communication between different departments. For example, if all employees use the same standard terminology to describe electrical items, there is less chance of ordering the wrong part or misunderstanding the specifications of a particular component. This can save time and money, and it can also improve the overall efficiency of the organization. In addition to the benefits mentioned above, using NEMA and ANSI standards can also help to improve safety in the workplace. By ensuring that electrical equipment is properly identified and described, it is easier to select the right equipment for a particular task and to install it correctly. This can reduce the risk of electrical accidents and injuries. It's important to note that NEMA and ANSI standards are not static documents. They are constantly being revised and updated to reflect changes in technology, industry practices, and regulatory requirements. Therefore, it's essential to stay informed about the latest versions of the standards and to incorporate them into your work practices. NEMA and ANSI offer a variety of resources to help users stay up to date on the latest changes to the standards. These resources include newsletters, webinars, and online training courses. By taking advantage of these resources, you can ensure that you are always using the most current and accurate information. When implementing a new electrical inventory system, it's important to consider the following steps. Firstly, define the scope of the system and the types of electrical items that will be included. Secondly, identify the relevant NEMA and ANSI standards for each type of item. Thirdly, develop a consistent naming convention based on the standards. Fourthly, train employees on the new system and the importance of using standard terminology. Fifthly, regularly review and update the system to ensure that it remains accurate and up to date. By following these steps, you can create an electrical inventory system that is accurate, efficient, and safe. Remember that NEMA and ANSI standards are not just about describing electrical items. They are about promoting safety, interoperability, and efficiency in the electrical industry. By using these standards, you can contribute to a safer and more sustainable future. Furthermore, adopting these standards can streamline maintenance and troubleshooting processes. When equipment is labeled and described using standard terminology, technicians can quickly identify the correct parts and procedures for repairs or replacements. This can minimize downtime and reduce the cost of maintenance. The standards also facilitate the development of standardized training programs for maintenance personnel. These programs can ensure that technicians have the knowledge and skills necessary to maintain electrical equipment safely and effectively. In addition to the technical benefits, adopting NEMA and ANSI standards can also improve communication with suppliers and vendors. When placing orders for electrical equipment, using standard terminology can reduce the risk of misunderstandings and errors. This can lead to faster order processing and more accurate deliveries. Suppliers and vendors are often familiar with NEMA and ANSI standards, and they can use these standards to identify the correct parts and components for their customers. This can save time and effort for both parties and improve the overall efficiency of the supply chain. Moreover, compliance with NEMA and ANSI standards can enhance a company's reputation and credibility. By demonstrating a commitment to quality, safety, and standardization, a company can build trust with its customers and partners. This can lead to increased business opportunities and a stronger competitive position in the market. Many customers prefer to work with companies that adhere to industry standards, as this provides assurance that the products and services they receive are of high quality and meet specific performance requirements. In addition to the commercial benefits, compliance with NEMA and ANSI standards can also help a company to meet its regulatory obligations. Many government agencies and regulatory bodies require or recommend the use of industry standards to ensure safety and compliance. By adhering to these standards, a company can demonstrate that it is taking appropriate measures to protect its employees, customers, and the environment. This can help to avoid costly fines and penalties and maintain a positive relationship with regulators. In conclusion, the adoption of NEMA and ANSI standards for describing electrical items offers a wide range of benefits, including improved accuracy, efficiency, safety, communication, and compliance. By investing in the implementation of these standards, organizations can enhance their operations, reduce risks, and build a stronger competitive position in the market. The initial investment in training and system updates is often offset by the long-term benefits of standardization. These benefits extend across various departments and functions, from engineering and procurement to maintenance and operations. Remember, the key to successful implementation is to establish a clear plan, involve all stakeholders, and provide ongoing training and support. By doing so, you can ensure that your organization fully realizes the potential of NEMA and ANSI standards. The process of selecting the correct electrical components is enhanced by referring to the correct NEMA and ANSI standards. For example, selecting a motor for a specific application can involve consulting NEMA standards to determine the appropriate horsepower, frame size, and enclosure type. Similarly, choosing the right wiring device for a particular circuit can involve referring to ANSI standards to ensure that it meets the required voltage and current ratings. The standards also provide guidance on the proper installation and maintenance of electrical equipment. Following these guidelines can help to prevent electrical hazards and ensure that equipment operates safely and reliably. Electrical safety codes and regulations often reference NEMA and ANSI standards, making compliance with these standards essential for meeting legal requirements. Electrical inspectors and regulatory bodies use the standards as a benchmark for evaluating the safety and compliance of electrical installations. The standards also contribute to the development of best practices for electrical safety. By following these best practices, you can minimize the risk of electrical accidents and injuries in the workplace. Electrical safety training programs often incorporate the principles and practices outlined in NEMA and ANSI standards. These programs can ensure that employees have the knowledge and skills necessary to work safely with electrical equipment. In addition to promoting safety, NEMA and ANSI standards also contribute to the sustainability of the electrical industry. The standards encourage the development and use of energy-efficient electrical equipment, which can help to reduce energy consumption and lower operating costs. The standards also promote the use of environmentally friendly materials and manufacturing processes. This can help to minimize the environmental impact of the electrical industry. Electrical equipment manufacturers are increasingly focusing on sustainability, and they are using NEMA and ANSI standards to guide their efforts. By adopting these standards, manufacturers can demonstrate their commitment to environmental responsibility. Consumers are also becoming more aware of sustainability, and they are increasingly demanding energy-efficient and environmentally friendly electrical products. By offering products that meet NEMA and ANSI standards, manufacturers can appeal to these environmentally conscious consumers. The long-term benefits of standardization often outweigh the initial costs of implementation. By investing in the implementation of NEMA and ANSI standards, organizations can improve their efficiency, reduce their risks, and enhance their sustainability. The benefits of standardization extend across various departments and functions, from engineering and procurement to maintenance and operations. A well-implemented standardization program can create a culture of continuous improvement within an organization. By constantly seeking ways to improve their processes and products, organizations can achieve greater levels of efficiency, quality, and sustainability. In conclusion, the adoption of NEMA and ANSI standards is essential for organizations that want to operate safely, efficiently, and sustainably in the electrical industry. By embracing these standards, organizations can unlock a wide range of benefits and position themselves for long-term success.